Hi dear, welcome to our Ridge Academy. So previous class we have to discuss about the types of RNA. Today's our topic is that central dogma of molecular biology. So CDMB, central dogma of molecular biology. So and this is also called heterocatalysis. Heterocatalysis means here the DNA it catalyze the polymerization of mRNA, and mRNA it can converted into that proteins, and here this DNA it involved into a replication and forming a DNA. So here in this between of these process, between of these two process it is called transcription. This is called transcription, and here this is translation. All this process it is called heterocatalysis or central dogma of molecular biology. This is the transcription process. Such type of some specific viruses like that here the retroviruses it can show that reverse transcription process. So means here that is the viruses or it can contain that RNAs. The RNA it can made up of this DNA, then DNA it process in transcription in mRNA, then the mRNA the synthesize the proteins. All this process is called also reverse transcription or teminism. It is called also teminism, means the reverse central dogma of molecular biology. This is called also reverse central dogma of molecular biology. This is the introduction of the central dogma of molecular biology. Now today we have to discussing about that DNA to mRNA. What is the process? That process name is the transcription process. Now we have to discussing about that this transcription process. Okay, here the transcription means the transcription means the genetic information that carries the genetic information of one strand of DNA. The genetic information it carries one strand of DNA into mRNA or RNA is called also transcription process. This process is called transcription. The DNA strand they can synthesize the mRNA, means here that carries the genetic information one strand of DNA into RNA is called also transcription process. Okay, and here in this transcription process mainly the involved enzyme is that DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme. DNA dependent and RNA polymerase enzyme it involves the main enzyme, and one is that sigma factor in all this transcription process used on the particles, and one more is that rho factor. So here we have to discussing about that. First of all, this RNA polymerase. This is the large molecular enzyme it made up of 5 nucleotide chains, 2 alpha chains, 1 beta dash chain, 1 beta chain, 1 omega chain. All these chains are useful for the catalysis of the mRNA synthesis. So all these nucleotide chains are used for this process. And here, mainly here, the DNA dependent RNA polymerases are it present in a different forms in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, here the prokaryotic system, it can present into that only RNA polymerase, it present only one polymerase. RNA polymerase is present. So these RNA polymerase, they can synthesize the 3 types of RNAs. One is that rRNA and mRNA, tRNA. Only one engine they can synthesize the 3 types of RNAs. But in this eukaryotic cells, here these RNA, these eukaryotes, it can contain 3 types of RNA polymerases are present. One is that DNA dependent RNA polymerase 1 and same RNA polymerase 2 and RNA polymerase 3. Here in this first RNA polymerase 1, these enzyme, it transcribe the rRNA. So here the first RNA polymerase 1, it used for the transcribe of rRNA. So here the rRNAs are mainly the 23S, 18S, 5' type of rRNAs, or they can transcribe in this RNA polymerase 1 enzyme. And this RNA polymerase 2, these enzymes that transcribe the mRNA. So here this mRNA that transcribed in the form of hnRNA. So means here the hnRNA means heterogeneous nucleus RNA. Heterogeneous nucleus RNA. It is called heterogeneous nucleus RNA, that is hnRNA. And the DNA dependent RNA polymerase 3, these enzyme it transcribe the tRNA and 5S rRNA and one more here snRNA. snRNA means smaller nuclear RNA. Smaller nuclear RNA is called also snRNA. These also mainly here, this type of the enzymes are involved in the process of transcription, and these also 2 types of enzymes. And here one is that the sigma factor also it involved. Sigma factor. So here this sigma factor it used for that initiation of polypeptide chain. It used for that initiation of polypeptide chain. Okay, and then here the rho factor used for that elongation of polypeptide chain. When this rho factor it reached that terminator position, so all the factors fall down. All the factors fall down. These also components are involved in this process. Now we have to discussing about that transcription process and which type of enzymes are it involved. Okay, and here in the definition is that the genetic information it carries the only one strand of DNA into mRNA. It is called also transcription process. Means why we have to say that one means the DNA is that double-stranded DNA. But here in this double-stranded DNA, so for example, this is the double-stranded DNA, and in this, just I said that here one strand of DNA it involved. For example, here this is the double-stranded DNA. Both type of the DNAs that is not involved in the transcription process. Why means it contains some reasons. So means here this is the 5 prime and so 3 prime. Here this is the 3 prime and 5 prime. Okay, and means here in both of these two strands only one strand it act as a template strand. And another one is it act as another strand will act as a coding strand. So for example here three prime and 5 prime and 5 prime and 3 prime. So for example here this is the one strand it can contain that A, T, G, C, G, T, A is present. The DNA strand A means here T means A, G means C means G, okay, and here G means C, T means A means T. This is the complementary strands. Both of DNA strands are complementary strands. So for example here, this is the one strand. Between of these two strands, here this like that. For example, this is the coding strand. This is coding strand. For example, two strands or they can transcribe the RNAs. So what happened here? The two strands, when the two strands are it transcribe the new strands, that is forming a replication process. So here, for example, at this place, this is RNA synthesized. So A means instead of thymine, it can present into a uRNA, and here A and G means C means C means GC and A and U. Okay. So here in both of these two strands are nearly means here the same CC GG CC only one. Instead of this case, the ribonucleic acids or the base pairs are changed. But here, the most of that in this 90% of this strand, it complementary to one strand, the coding strands. So, for example, this is one reason. And another one reason is that here, for example, these three are coding strands. So it codes for one amino acids. Means here these are codes. These codes for amino acids. Then the anticodons are they are the same complementary. But here these codes are they did not recognize that amino acids. Because of that reason here one strand it acts as a coding strand and another one is that act as a template strand. So for example here these strands it can synthesize only these strands. So for example T means here A is present here U and G and C and here G here U and A means here all the strand is quite different. The 99% of this strand is different. Because of this reason here in this transcription process everywhere the single strand here the both of these two strands, one strand is coding strand and another strand is that it is called template strand. in the transcription process, here the template strand it act as a transcription unit. Okay, so now what is the structure of transcription unit? Now we have to discussing. Okay, so here this is the genes, DNAs, three prime and 5 prime. Here 5 prime and 3 prime. This is coding strand. This one template strand. Okay, everywhere the transcription process it carries the polarity is that 5 prime towards 3 prime, towards 5 prime to 3 prime. This process it carries the polymerization, it carries this polarity. But here this is the 3 prime, and everywhere here the template strand it act as a 3 prime to 5 prime, 3 prime to 5 prime, and here the coding strand 5 prime to 3 prime. Here this is not in a transcribe the another strands, but only the template strand it can involve in the transcription process. Okay, so here the transcription unit, first of all the structure of transcription unit, this is one double stranded DNA. So here the double stranded DNA, so here at this place this is promoter gene, and here this is a terminator gene, and the central part it can contain number of structural genes. When the transcription process it started, that time here the adenosine it bind with the, instead of thiamine it can bind with the uracil. The ribonucleoside nucleotides are present in this case. So here this is the structure of transcriptional unit. The first here it can contain the promoter gene, and here the promoter gene they located on the 5 prime end of coding strand, that is called also upstreaming. It located on the 5 prime end of this coding strand is called also upstreaming, and the 3 prime end of template strand is called also downstreaming. Upstreaming and downstreaming, and here the first state of position, the first position it contains promoter gene, the end position it contains the terminator gene. Here the upstream is that the 5 prime end it is called upstream, and this is downstream. Here the terminator it located on that, here the 5 prime side it is called upstreaming, and this is called downstreaming. Upstreaming and downstreaming. So here this is the two types of genes are present, and here the promoter gene it can contain that specific base nucleotides. These are 6 to 10 base pairs are present. That base pairs are it contain the TAA like this. Okay, and here the nucleotide base pairs are present on this promoter gene. So here the promoter gene it is called also another name is that Pribno box, that is called Pribno box, and here the Pribno box it can contain that nucleotides or TAA like that. So because of it is called the another name is that Tata box. The another name of this promoter gene is called also Tata box. The first time this box it invented, that scientist name is that Goldberg Goldberg Usenberg box. Okay, so this is the promoter genes, and the promoter gene, it can contain that nucleotide base pairs are 6 to 10 base pairs, that is the TAA. Okay, and the promoter gene everywhere it acts as an initiation gene. Here the end part, it can contain the terminator gene. Mainly the terminator is located on that the third prime end of the downstreaming of that coding strand, and 5 prime end of it located on that template strand. Between of these two template strands, it can contain number of structural genes. Here in the prokaryotes and eukaryotes, like that here the prokaryotes, it can contain the polycystonic, and eukaryotes it can contain that monocystonic. Here the structural genes are it made up of number of cistrons. In the prokaryotics are polycystonic, and here the eukaryotes are monocystonic. Here the cistrons are it split into two parts. One is that exons and introns. The exons is called also coding parts. This is non-coding parts, coding segments. The exons is called also coding segments, and the introns is called also non-coding segments. Here coding segments, and this is non-coding segments. So, and introns is called also IVS segments, interval sequence segments. The introns is called also interval sequence of segments. So these introns are, they interrupt the genetic information. Okay, the introns are it interrupt the genetic information. The exons are it code for genetic information in the form of codons. Okay, so it is a transcription unit. So next part is that what is the transcriptional process? Okay, in the prokaryotes and eukaryotes, now we have to, okay, this is the process of transcription in prokaryotes. This is the double-stranded DNA. Okay, double-stranded DNA. When here in the prokaryotes only it involves the enzyme is the DNA dependent only RNA polymerase. The RNA polymerase, they can synthesize the 3 types of RNAs, and all the process the prokaryotes is it carried out in the cytoplasm. At the same time here the transcription process and translevel process or the process are it can synthesized. Sometimes both of the process are it carried in a very fastly, and here the prokaryotes, this is the double-stranded DNA, and here the DNA dependent RNA polymerase it attach with the initiator, means here the promoter gene. So this is the promoter gene, and here this part it is the terminator gene. This is the terminator gene. Here when the DNA dependent RNA polymerase are it attached at the promoter gene. So the main function of that gene is that it attaching of number of ribonucleosides. It attaching of number of ribonucleoside particles into this part, and also it is used for the unwind of double helix model of DNA. It is used for that unwind of this DNA model, and it gives to number of ribonucleoside chain segments, it gives the number of nucleotide segments. So here, when they are in this both of these DNAs, one is act as a template strand and another one is the coding strand. Okay, coding strand. This is the 3' end and here this is 5' end. 3' end, 5' end. So here this template strand, it can synthesize the RNAs. So here the nucleotides are attached with at this place. So here when it initiated, so that time here the sigma factor also it can add it. The sigma factor also it added at this place. When here the transcription process it started, that process it is called initiation. Initiation, mainly 3 steps. One is the initiation, one is the when the DNA dependent polymerase it attached on this case, the sigma factor also attached, the ribonucleosides are it attached and forming of number of bonds and it moves. Then second part is that elongation. Elongation. The second one is that elongation. Here the processing started. That time the sigma factor also it can fall down into the cytoplasm. Then here the enzyme it moves to that exons also it moves to that towards of 3' to 5'. Here the RNA the polarity they can synthesize that towards 5' to 3'. When here it moves to at this time the RNA it released to the cytoplasm this like of the structure. When here the initiation completed, the elongation started, that time it directly attached to that rho factor in this case. This rho factor it used for that elongation of polypeptide chain. Then when this polypeptide chain it reached of terminator gene, then automatically here the rho factor also it fall down into the cytoplasm. It fall down into the cytoplasm and then here the RNA also it terminated and it formed in a one single stranded RNA they can synthesize. The final part is the termination. The termination means here the termination process means when it reaches the terminator gene, the transcription process it will be stopped and the RNA it can release it into the cytoplasm. But here the prokaryotic genes, the prokaryotes are they did not contain particular nuclear membranes because here the transcription process and all the process it carried out inside of the cytoplasm. So such times, sometimes then what happened here, both of the transcription and translation process also they can carry at the simultaneously, right? So this is the prokaryotic. And the next one is that eukaryotes. So here the same process is that same eukaryotes and prokaryotes, but here in this case here the polymerases are there are 3 types of polymerases is that RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2, RNA polymerase 3 types of enzymes are involved in this reaction. The first immediately RNA polymerase 1, here also same process, all the initiation, elongation, termination process is there, but some specific points is there. Here the first one is that RNA polymerase 1, it initiate the polypeptide chain and sigma factor also it attached at this place. Here the RNA polymerase 2 it used for that unwinding of this DNA helix and it gives the number of ribonucleotide chains. When it moves to that process, this initiation factor, the rho factor also attached at this case and elongation is started. Means here the first of all here the RNA polymerase it used for that. Here the first in this eukaryotes it released mRNA is that HN RNA. Mainly here the process of the transcription of it transcribed of hnRNA, it used for the DNA dependent RNA polymerase 2 enzyme it used. So here this hnRNA is not in a stabilized. So because of this reason we want to stabilize this hnRNA. HN means heterogeneous nucleus RNA. So this is the 5 prime end, this is the 3 prime end. The polarity of RNA is that 5 prime to 3 prime. So here we want to stabilization. So we have to do that methylation process, sometimes ethylation, deamination, and utilization of this process and its stabilizing of this hnRNA. We are using number of techniques. That is methylation, ethylation, deamination, pseudouridation, all these type of the techniques, right? Here at the place, the first one, the stabilization, we want to do these two topic. One is that capping process, two processes. One is capping and another one is that tailing. So here capping means at the end of hnRNA, at the end of 5 prime place, we are adding of unusual 7 methylated guanosine. Methylated guanosine methyl. So we want to add of this place in the guanosine, methylated guanosine. 7 methyl guanosine nucleotides are we are added at the end of this place. Then these are converted into at the end place into GTP. Okay, guanosine methyl we are added into the base phase. Most of that 10 to 50 or 100 base pairs are we are added into that 5 prime end. Then the 5 prime end it converted into that GTP is formed at this place. All the process it used for that it wants to energy. It take the energy in the form of ATPs. This process is called also capping process. And tailing process means here the end of hnRNA, the 3 prime end, we are adding of polyadenylation. So number of tails, the adenoid nucleotides 200 base pairs are we are added at the end of 3 prime ends, and that is polytail. It is called polytail. So we adding of the 3 prime end into poly A tails. It is called tailing process. It is called tailing process. Then here the stabilized RNA is formed. Stabilized RNA is formed. But so here this is eukaryotes. This is the monocystonic. Means here the RNA it can contain that exons are present and introns also present. Exons and introns are present. So here these are coding pods and these are non-coding pods. So here with the help of spliceosomes, we have to do that spliceosome cuttings. Means here the removal of introns, adding of exons is called also splicing. It called also splicing. Removal of introns, adding of exons. Adding of exons is called splicing. So all the process we have to carry it out with the help of spliceosomes. The spliceosomes means these are snurps. The snurps means it present into that SN protein, SN RNA and proteins. The proteins are mainly U1, U2, U4, U5, U6. This is the complex of proteins. All these complexes is called also spliceosomes. With help of spliceosome, we have to do the splicing. means here the number of segments are present, exons and introns are present. These are interval IVS segments, interval segments. So we have to remove all. Then after that adding of number of exons. So here how the cutting off with spliceosomes, here the introns, it contains that the 5 prime side. For example, this is the segment of one introns, 5 prime and 3 prime. The 5 prime side, it can contain the GU base pairs and here AG base pairs. The end pods are, it contains the GU and AG. So this is called also GU and AG rule. This is called also GU and AG rule. So all the spliceosomes or snare-ups, they are added on to the end part of these introns, added into this end part of introns at this place, means here with this process it wants to energy. So it will take the energy in the form of ATP, and then with the help of these spliceosomes we are cutting to a number of fragments. We are removal of these introns, then again all the exons, so we are adding with the help of RNA ligase enzymes. RNA ligase enzymes, with the help of RNA ligase enzymes. Then finally here the perfect manner of the mRNA is transcribed. So here all the process it carried out inside of the nucleus. When it is transcription process is completed, the RNA it can release into cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. With the help of the means the codons, then again here the mRNA it involved in the transcription process. Transcription process. Okay, so this is the process of transcription. Translation process. This all the process we have called the transcription process, and next class we have to discussing about that transcription process. Okay, thank you one and all, and like and share my channel and subscribe my channel. Thank you one and all.